Okay, I was reminded of one other thing I wanted to show you, and that's just using a variable to store an HTML element. You see how we're doing this get element by ID character name multiple times. We're doing the document get element by ID character quote multiple times. We can actually just do this get element by ID once. And actually, let me show you just in here. Right, if I do this, this will get a reference to that element, and I can actually store that in a variable. So I'm going to do that just at the top here. I'm going to call these HTML variables. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to create a variable called character name element. This is an EL, short for element. I like to add that. If I have a variable that's storing an HTML element, I like to just add that EL at the end to remind myself this has an HTML element inside this variable. And we'll do document.getElementID character name. And the beauty here is that everywhere, because this is now being stored in this variable, I'm going to copy this. Everywhere we go document.getElementID character name, I can replace it with this variable. Okay, so right here as well, replace it with that variable. And keep on going for as many as we have. Okay. And it just like shortens the code a little bit. It's also, I think, maybe a little more efficient because it's not searching multiple times. We just search the element once for that variable, and it just cleans it up a little bit. So let's do the same thing with the character quote. Okay, let character quote element be assigned this, and then I'll copy that, and we'll replace all of this with that variable. Yeah, so we don't have to repeat this command over and over again. We do the command once, store it in a variable, and then we can just use that variable multiple times. And I think I'm going to stop here, and I'll leave it as a little exercise for you. Well, see, that's a lot neater, right? Just a lot shorter. Doesn't have as long of lines there, and we can reuse this stuff. Let's just make sure it still works. That's the live server error, I think, or something. So let's just try Tigris. Yeah, everything seems to work okay still. Oh, great. Mantis. Oh, see, spelled something wrong. Main.js line 25. Oh, I just had an extra D in there. Didn't select everything properly. Okay, so error messages will help you. Everything else should be okay. Okay, so make another variable for probably character image element, and then replace this with your variable so you can access the source of it. Okay, so like I said, this comes, you don't have to do this, but if you like cleaning up your code a little bit and being able to reuse these elements, it can come in handy in different projects. Okay, hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.